Hi, my name is Natalie Craig, and I'm the managing editor of OEM magazine. As an emerging leader myself, I spend a lot of time talking with young leaders rising through the ranks in manufacturing. It comes as no surprise to many of you that the manufacturing industry is currently facing a skills gap and generational workforce shift, which is why it's critical for manufacturers and companies to identify potential leaders who can step up. Today, I'm joined by Alicia Lomas, the manager of automation systems at Intuity Medical. She is also an emerging leader who has worked at Chobani as the automation and controls manager and Walmart as the senior manager of robotics and controls. Thank you so much for joining us, Alicia.
I'm very excited to be here virtually.
Great. And Alicia, how did you make your way to Intuity Medical from Chobani and Walmart, and what does your role entail?
So at Chobani, I was given the opportunity to move from being an individual contributor to a leader running the automation department. And at Walmart and Chobani, it was very fast-paced, dynamic environment, and it really helped me grow my technical skills and my leadership skills. They were both very startup environment-like, where I got to play a large role in building out infrastructures and programs. One of my Chobani employees made his way to Intuity and said they needed someone like me. I couldn't turn down the opportunity to be part of a multi-million-dollar scale-up process. Here, I'm serving as a project manager, automation engineer, and building up the automation, OT, and maintenance infrastructures. It is a very exciting and rewarding role, and I cannot complain about all the overseas travel I got to do pre-COVID, of course.
Yeah, working at a startups and wearing many hats, I am very familiar as I come also from a startup background. And as someone who's worked at some of the top CPG companies, what are some of the skills that you've developed that have allowed you to lead and be versatile?
There's always so much work to be done, and it's very important to be willing to wear any hat at any time. Priorities are changing constantly, and you and your team need to be open to that. It's key to be in constant contact with production, capital projects team, maintenance, and make sure that you're serving your customers appropriately. Communication is king. People are much more open to a slight delay in completing their project if they know what is going on and what other things are on your team's plate.
Absolutely. And what are some of the qualities you think are critical to have today if you want to become a leader or stand out at your company?
It's been really hard being a young female in this industry. However, I just say it's very important to keep presenting data, be resilient, don't back off, and eventually you'll break through that barrier and you'll be respected for it like you deserve. I think the best leader is the one that is ready to get their hands dirty and get in the trenches with their team. Leading by example really sets clear expectations for your team, and they will perform better and help meet the needs of the company. Just them knowing that you're willing to do anything you've assigned to them really helps motivate people. Communication and knowledge sharing has really helped me be successful. Tribal knowledge needs to go away. It's just a burden for everyone. Things like a department wiki, weekly updates to my team and my customers has really helped me and my team to be successful with full transparency.
Definitely. And when it comes to bridging the skills gap or making sure that CPGs are accurately tapping into the next gen workforce, how do you think companies should approach attracting millennials or the Generation Z?
What I've learned is that my younger employees want a clear framework of what your expectations are for a task, but they also want the freedom to be creative and apply their solution to a problem. Transparency and visibility are essential to provide to all levels of the organization. People want to know why they're working, what they're working towards, and how their work is helping the organization. The new generations also want to move up the ranks fast, which isn't always possible or realistic with the time frame they're looking at. But I found that if you provide a growth plan and realistic timeframes, as well as continue to invest in their training, it really helps them stay motivated until their time comes for a promotion. And then you can't underestimate perks. Perks are always good. Weekly team breakfasts, free snacks, sodas, gift cards for a job well done, casual Fridays, team outings. These things really show your employees that you care on a personal level. We're not just here to get work out of them. And then a team that is close and feels valued will collaborate better and be more productive.
That makes total sense to me. Do you have any advice for emerging leaders who are making their way into the manufacturing industry?
You really need to be self-motivated and resourceful, and then, never stop learning, because there's always going to be things that are changing. You won't always have the perfect organizational leadership, but that shouldn't stop you from adding value and finding opportunities to help your company succeed. And don't be too proud to do a Google search, read an owner's manual, or reach out to tech support. It's important to know when to reach out for help in an effort to keep product going out the door. You need to do a little bit of searching yourself and trying to solve something, but you really need to keep time to fix something in consideration.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your words of wisdom, Alicia.